Okay, friends. Hello, homeschoolers. Today we have a little something different for you. It's not so much guitar, is it, Marshall?
Nope.
We are going to show you the boys' pet Gecko leopard lizards, which have been members of the family for a couple years now. And Marshall has one, and Leo has one, and we love them to pieces. And these guys are hungry right now. It's been a couple weeks since they had their usual crickets.
But they store their nutrients in their tail, so they do go.
Yeah, and you know, these guys can shed their tail at will if they get attacked by a predator. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so check it out. We're gonna put a couple of crickets in the old bag there. Show them the bag first. Don't spill on the floor. Okay, here we go. Now, watch how these guys. This lizard is so sneaky. Look at him go. Look at him. He's like, okay, dinner time. Check him. Look, he already had one. He mowed one down.
No, he didn't. He
did?
almost got one.
Leo, how you doing?
He's gonna get that one. Oh, dang. That was a...
Did you get one?
Yeah, he jumped at him.
Got it.
You did?
Going down by his foot.
I love the way they move. So sly. Here he goes. Come on.
That one. That one.
Ooh.
Oh, dang, I see the blood, the cricket juice.
Cricket blood?
Cricket juice.
Yeah. So how many of these do you think he'll mow down before he gets full?
Probably like 5. And then if he has extra definitely in there. So.
I love this guy. He's cool. Okay, let's go over to the other tank and feed him. Here's the other one. What's this guy's name?
Here, I'll lift this thing up so I can see.
Oh, don't smash him. Okay, good. There he is.
He's about to shed. Do you see how he's all white?
Yeah.
He is a big boy.
He's a big boy.
He's way bigger than my
Right.
guy.
He's about ready to chow down.
This is my guy.
That's yours, right?
All right.
Look at that. He's just like,
Hello.
okay, party time.
Okay. Who am I? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Ooh.
I'm a big
He
foe.
attacks a cricket like Tony Lucido attacks a gig.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I am a big foe.
There's a little piece of cricket juice that this one has.
How much do we love these
And he
guys?
is
We don't have.
This guy's a big boy.
If
Like,
you're gonna have a pet,
he's pretty
this is
chunky.
the guy to have.
He's pretty chunky.
He's chunky. He is ready to shed though. Usually when they're ready to shed, they don't eat. But he's thinking right now, it's party time. He loves these crickets. Get him, boy, get him.
There's millions of hamburgers. The moving hamburgers with legs.
Hamburgers with legs.
They're moving.
That's awesome, Leo.
By the way, speaking of crickets,
Yeah?
on me and my brother's trip to Idaho,
Yeah?
Haley, Idaho, on
There's
these
these things
streets.
called Mormon crickets, and they were on the street. It was disgusting.
Mormon crickets.
crickets.
And they
The red was
swarm
like
like
black.
crazy, don't they?
And make sure,
The red was
guys,
black, and it went on for like a mile.
after
Yeah.
this video, guys,
They were like this big.
Yeah.
definitely after
Yeah.
this video, you should just look up Mormon cricket swarms.
Look up Mormon crickets, homeschoolers. They cover the road so intensely you can't even see the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and at the end, they got
That's
Oh.
a big ass cricket right there. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Look at the way they move. I love their legs. They look so cool. What can we teach these guys about guitar instead of just a lizard video? You got any licks for the homeschoolers?
Nope.
Um,
Whoa, he just got scared.
What do you?
He just got scared.
You can pick them up and play with them, right?
Yeah.
I wanna head him, bro.
Get on.
You can pet them.
Oh, bro. Hey, bro, what's up?
Yeah.
This guy doesn't like to be handled. He's a really, really, really feisty.
He'll bite you.
My other guy is like gentle and small.
All right. We'll have to tell the homeschoolers a story about how amazing story about how they got away for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, but let's do that next video.
Next
He's a
video.
warrior.
He's a
This
warrior.
guy is a warrior.
He is.
The
Look at him move. I love the way he moves.
He
He's like a
literally
ninja.
eats his own poop when he doesn't have any crickets. chords.
No, he doesn't.
There's a lot of session players like that.
He plays the.
All right, friends.
If he doesn't have
I think
any-
the homeschoolers, if they stay with us this long, they're real homeschoolers, right?
Yeah.
5 minutes of lizard videos.
Oh my gosh. So good.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, friends. I thought you might enjoy a little trip down the
You guys want to see
Pet
my
land.
wallet?
Okay. Thanks, boys. Greg, Bub,
Yeah.
Drew.
Repair hallway.
Hamburgers with our friend Joel. He's gonna tell us a secret.
All right, Joel Watrous is one of the repair guys here. We all love Joel.
Hi, Joel.
And he's dynamite. So
I'm Larry.
For years, for years we had the issues of pick guards cupping over
Yeah.
the years. So
On old Gibsons.
335s,
335s.
arch top Strombergs, whatever it might be. We
Right.
had guards they would cup in this
Yeah.
really unnatural way. So there's ways that you can actually heat it up and try to flatten it out with clamps and doing so on and so forth. And I remember having this conversation with you a couple of years ago, and I was like, hey man, can you flatten this guard out for me? I need this and that. And you kept looking at it, and you were like, I think I'm working on this. I think I figured it out. So when I say figured it out, Joel Watrous has figured out how to flatten out a cupping guard this is exactly how to do it, and it's the only time I've ever heard of this, and it's brilliant, and I love it, and thank you for sharing, my friend. This is great.
It's ridiculous in its simplicity. All I'm using here is like a machinist stone that's precision ground flat.
Precision.
But when I first started doing this, I was just using like marble flooring tile.
Yeah.
And but any good solid flat surface, probably glass would be fine. All I'm doing, I'm popping this in an oven, heating it up to, I start around 225, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Depending on the oven, sometimes 230 works, sometimes you want 250-ish. And I'm just setting the guard down on the stone once it's preheated, face down. I have just a little caul, I've got like cutouts for any of the stack supports, so it's just...
That's like a jig.
Yeah, this will just sit on the back of the guard. And I just add a little bit of weight to it. I use my nut and saddle vise, but anything will work that's got just enough weight to help press it down. Yeah. And I just give it 15-20 minutes at a time, and I'll come back.
What temperature?
So I'll start about 220, 225. Okay. And I'll let it preheat, put the guard in, put the caul on the back, just a little bit of weight on the top.
So you heat this, but you don't actually put the guard in the oven with that.
I don't put the guard in the oven at the same time. I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. But I preheat stuff just because I want the heat to be even.
And you said the one he did for you the other day turned out perfect. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's flat like the day.
Yeah.
It was made.
And it was for a 330.
It was unbelievable, and it was for the one that you did was for Vince's Stromberg.
Yeah.
Which is a super thick.
And you're not worried about that super flammable shit getting too hot and blowing up?
Not at these temperatures, no.
Right, so 220 is not enough to...
Yeah.
So now you've dialed it into a point where you no longer...
Have you ever burned up a pig guard, though?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Or just heat
Heat the stone.
I'm preheating the stone.
Yeah.
Take the stone out of the oven, put the guard on it.
I leave it all in the oven.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving it all in the oven.
Leave okay. So, sandwich?
Yeah, I sandwich it. It's in the oven.
Sandwich, the whole sandwich goes in. Both of them with the guard.
Yeah, the reason I'm preheating it is that in the past I tried this with heat guns.
Yes.
And it was so difficult to get
even
heat.
Even
heat.
It sucks. It's
so that's why I'm using a big
idea
stone
with the stone.
A big stone and preheating.
So 225 preheat the stone, and then you put the guard in this. But do you leave the oven on, or you turn it on?
I leave the oven
You
on.
can use glass
Okay.
too, right? Thick
Okay.
glass if you wanted to.
I think that would work. I haven't
It
tried
might break
glass.
on there with the
I would
temperature.
imagine it'd be fine.
Okay.
You probably want to use Pyrex.
The results are amazing. I mean, I've done this repair of trying to flatten out cupping guards for years. And I've done it with clamps, heat gun clamp. If you're doing 335, you get a little too much heat on it. You'll get that ripple on the side. I mean, that's a lot of heat, but you'll get that ripple, but it never flattens out well, ever. This does. This should be the standard.
Can you fix my vinyl records that are all warped?
I'll give it a shot.
I'll bet you could.
They have things for
I'll bet
that.
you could.
They do.
Joel, thank you for showing us this, man. That's really cool. Do you have any finished ones that you could show us that you did? Do we have
No. It comes up very rarely. I don't think a lot
You know
of
what we
folks
should
know
do?
that you can even do this.
Go grab that one that we were just looking at that's all cupped and so we could
Yeah.
let's go into the private area. Corey's gonna show. Hi, Corey.
Hi.
We got on the subject from looking at this, right?
That's right.
In the Gruhn's part stash.
So check it out.
There's a typical '60s ES330 guard, yeah, and they're always
cupped, and you could really
like
see it when you
that.
put something flat up against it.
yeah.
You know.
You know, I personally, as a player, kind of like it when they get cupped because you get a little extra clearance.
I like a little bit of it.
Yeah,
I like a little bit of it.
yeah.
But when it gets like this, I don't like the way it looks when it gets the bridge pickup.
Right.
You know, this part is okay. A little cup is fine, but this goofiness of it, it throws the ring look. It throws out. I don't know.
Does it bother you when you see an old Stratocaster and the plastic shrinks and the pickguard is tilted real hard?
Yes.
Or the pickup is tilted?
Yes.
Does that bother you?
Yes.
That's a total mid-60s thing,
Yes.
right?
I don't like it though. I don't like it. It always looks like it's not supposed to be like that.
Right, it's like melted. It looks melted.
I don't like it, man. I like
But does
everything
it bother you
nice
on
and
an old
square.
Strats when you see like a neck pickup that's super tilted from the shrinking of the plastic?
Yeah, well, more often than not, the metal has something to do with it too. That 9-cat piece back there, it goes out of
Yes.
alignment with the holes.
So that's a typical mid-60s thing, yeah?
Well, yeah, I think they got rid of the full shield later on, probably about after 66 or something like that,
Right.
7. You know, they went to smaller shields
Is
and
there-
the aluminum
Oh,
foil.
on the back.
Yeah, I'm talking about when they're fully backed.
Unbelievable.
Like-
Is there
like
anything
the-
else in there
all
that
the
we need to
roses
see?
stuff.
Right now, you guys got some amazing stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean the
For
Gruhn
sure.
stash
But
always has a lot of good
This is
stuff.
the classic
Some of
Gruhn's
the,
part stash, friends.
Some of the stuff that we go through. I mean, this is the site right here.
Look at
This
these
is a good one.
guards. This is not stuff you find at a typical music store, friends.
No, I'm gonna leave that closed. But check it out. You know, old fenders. That's what
Real
happens to
shit.
that surgical tubing. That rubber, when it gets old, it
Yeah.
becomes really hard. But we hang on to all of them. We want them to be functional, and they're pretty cool.
Amazing. Look at all these cool stuff.
Yeah, this is just a.
Original green guard with the covers.
That's it. This is just a fraction of what we have.
What's that, babe?
In green yards, sometimes you'll see the metal's not going to line at all with the holes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I was talking about.
Yeah,
They
the
shrink.
metal,
The
yeah.
metal don't shrink, the plastic does.
The reason this is the reason this is on this board, it's actually screwed into it, as to not have those holes
Mm-hmm. Right.
and shrink and move
Getting any
around.
bigger,
You know? Once you take it off,
Yeah.
you can't even get it back on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough.
You'll really shrink.
I have a small love affair going with this chopper guard here. Late '60s chopped P90. It's got the leather toilet seat back.
That's kinda cool.
That's from a working man's
I
telling.
don't know what
right?
they chopped it for. It's too big for a mini, too small for a full-size humbuck. I don't know. I don't know what they.
And it's got a cool dome.
It does.
Like it's got a cool bubble going on right there, right?
Let's just say a fella was looking to buy a piece like that. What do you think that's worth? Chopped like that. Original late '60s.
I don't know. It's still worth, I don't know, a few $100s, I would imagine.
That's-
Having that hole up there.
Where you at on that price, bud? For a chopped '60s guard.
$400 or $500.
It's our show price. $250.
You wouldn't see one at a guitar show. Who knows? You don't see them anymore.
That's true. As this 59 burst is
Just
in the back
just-
being clamped
yeah,
up, you
it's
know, doing
clamped
that
up.
What you
work
could
out.
do here is
Yeah.
what I would do. You're gonna put your Firebird pickup in here.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get an old Firebird pickup and an old ring around there to cover up indiscrepancies. You're gonna lay that down there. You got the pearl back. It's gotta be worth.
Bob, who do you think was the first guy to ever chop a telly for a neck pickup like that?
Oh, I don't know.
When you go
Let's
back,
say famous
inside.
Telecaster pickups players.
I wonder where that goes. Who did that first? What do you think?
You're the man for this, bro.
Some guy in L.A. I'm sure no.
LA guy.
Maybe let's see. Maybe the guy from Rhinoceros.
Dude, I
Let's see
love
that.
that. We watched this the other night. Greg let us borrow this video, and me and the boys watched it. They loved it. Cobra. We love Stallone.
This is the funniest thing. So Lynn Krausen, he's been on the program
Yeah.
quite a few times. He's the great vintage Fender expert,
Yes.
Gibson, and
Total
all things,
expert.
a beautiful repair guy in person and all that
Yeah.
good stuff. So we worked together for 16, 17 years together.
Yeah.
So 15 years ago, apparently, I let him borrow this DVD of Schwarzenegger's Cobra. Not Schwarzenegger, what's his name?
Yeah,
Stallone's Cobra.
Stallone.
And I don't know, you forgot 15 years ago. I don't remember my DVD collection of 15 years ago. So he actually went into on his own, and he's killing it, and he's kicking ass on his own, wherever it might be. And one of his last days, he comes back with a perfect condition Cobra, just the same way I lent it to him. And he was like, "Hey man, thanks for letting me borrow this, bro."
Isn't it nice when a friend returns a DVD or a CD that they borrow?
Man, it was just one of those things. I was like,
Especially after 15 years.
15 years, man.
I thought that was
Oh,
great.
dude.
You remember.
So Bub's in town, came to the show last night. Both these guys were there. Man, you know what Evo said in the text? He said you could really feel the love in that room.
Yeah.
It was special.
It was really special.
It was special.
Everyone there was special. The homeschoolers are awesome. The crew,
Fun.
it was great. The playing was amazing. The
Yeah, I
vibe
think
was
the band
great.
played pretty well.
Hopefully we can get into that same deep water tonight. You think we will?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope so.
It means the world that you're down here to visit me. The homeschoolers have been waiting.
I'm
to meet
glad
you.
to be down here.
Yeah.
It's just,
Is there anything you wanted to tell the homeschoolers? The guy who taught me about vintage guitars. This is your moment.
in my moment. Let's see. Let's keep practicing. Keep the peace. Don't get in too much trouble. Focus on what you're doing.
You know, of all the people you've taught about,
Learn to listen.
you've taught a lot of people about the virtues of vintage guitars. Was I your best student?
Yes.
I love you, man. I love you, man. Thanks for being on the show, friends. Love you, boys.
All right.